business. Let's talk fashion. Let's talk health, fitness, community, lifestyle, and finance. With Boss Up Houston, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
What's up, Houston? It's your girl, Miss Bacon, baby. Shamir Bacon in the house. You know the bosses are in the building, honey. And I have the boss ladies in the building with me today. Miss Monique Lusk is in the building.
If you don't know me by now.
You know, she always sing, got a Monique-ism in it, right? All right. And I got Miss Sabrina Golden.
Hey, everybody.
Yes. Did she give y'all that wink?
Yes, please.
You know it.
How have y'all been doing, Houston? Y'all know how we do this every second, third, and fourth Saturday. I hope you are tuned in. The bosses are in the building, and we are allowing you to sit at the bosses' table. Yes, and this is the Power episode.
Woo!
Yes. Ooh. Did y'all watch Power?
I mean, have we met?
I meet you every Saturday. Monique 1, Monique 2, Monique 3.
All of them.
You get the different Shamirs too, though, right? I do. I think Sabrina, for the most part, we get Sabrina.
Just one. I know it's a multiple.
The lovely Sabrina.
It's a multiple.
Sabrina. But don't go there.
I know, right? Like, I think I've only seen Sabrina upset maybe once. And I know her for
It's very hard to get me upset.
I think it's the Asian in you.
That's good.
You're pretty feisty.
No, I ain't never seen a feisty Asian. I mean, y'all are really just always one way. I mean, you could be.
We are
you know what I mean?
mild mannered.
Yeah.
That's why
you
I
could
am
be
really calm.
killing somebody instead of
Right.
with this face on. Okay? Don't take it personal. Like Jermaine Jackson.
Ninja style.
Well, I mean, that's teaching us something. It's power and patience.
Absolutely.
It's power and serenity, power and peace, power and love.
And power in
Yes.
getting your paper.
Oh, it's always power in the paper.
Absolutely.
Power in the paper, because that's what makes the power.
Yes.
Just had to go and throw that little nugget out there. You welcome.
Throw it out there.
Welcome.
Yes, so we're going to be talking about power, power moves, how power affects us, who's in power. Who are you letting control your power?
Which would lead you to a moment to Monique that we will discuss in a little bit.
Okay. Yes. So you have to, a lot of things happen in power. And so there's power in prayer.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Power in numbers.
Yes.
Especially the numbers in your bank account.
You keep bringing
like
zero.
It's a reason for the madness. It's a method to
Yes.
this madness. Okay?
I love it. But, so what's your take on power, Monique? What's your take?
Okay, so as far as I've said several times, like quoting Lil' Kim, y'all know the song.
Money, power, respect.
So it's a hierarchy, okay? Money gives you the power, and once you get the power, then you get the respect, okay? That's my take on power. I know that it sounds crazy, but I ain't never seen a broke man have a bunch of power. I'm just saying. But a rich man has a lot of power. Whether it's for good or for evil, it is what it is.
That's cool. I like that. Okay, so I believe that you can acquire the power. So, like you said, you have to get to a certain point, or you have to get to a certain level to where people,
It's a hierarchy.
respect you.
It's a hierarchy with Miss Bacon.
Oh, it is.
So when you getting to know Miss Bacon, It's levels to this, man.
Oh, I
Yes.
say that all the time. It's
So
levels
it's
to this.
levels to
I think
all of us.
knowing a person can push you to a very, very powerful position as well.
Yes,
That's true.
being in the know.
Yes,
That's
being
true.
in the know.
Knowing is half the battle.
Because and then like you said, knowing a person, because manipulation comes in and
Mhm.
things of that nature. So if you have power, power over that, like I said, the peace or power over, whatever they are going through, or power over that person, their mind.
Exactly.
You
You
just
know.
gotta know your people.
Yeah.
That's the biggest power to me. It's like knowing, like I know how to deal with bacon. I know how to deal with golden. I know how to deal with myself and my other selves. So
Myself and my other selves. Yes, all of that.
All of that.
But so we're gonna get into it. We're gonna jump into the power when we come back. But we're gonna take a quick break. Y'all know how we do. This is Boss Up Houston. Like, share, comment, subscribe to their YouTube page. Come on in the room, make some comments. Boss Up Houston. All right, all right. The bosses are in the building. Are you sitting with us?
If you're not, then what the hell is wrong with you?
Right. Come on, invite your friends.
Come on in the room,
I'm gonna let you sit next to me
honey.
for now.
If you kiss.
Okay.
All right, so like, share, and comment. Like, share, and comment. We miss you guys. We are off on the 1st and 5th Saturdays, so tune in on 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Saturday at 10 a.m. Boss Up Houston, y'all know how we do. This is the power episode, and we're gonna jump right into power.
Ooh.
All right, so
What you
I
need in life?
actually watched Power, the actual show. Okay.
Oh.
And I have a lot.
And,
Let me
honey.
tell you, I got a lot of husbands up in
Okay,
there.
me too. Side pieces.
Lot of husbands, yeah.
I don't know.
Sugar daddies.
I don't know.
I haven't found anybody that I would be
I
like,
mean, of
I
course,
want 'em.
Amar.
I
Go
even
to-
like Tommy. Like Tommy is
I
like.
think Tommy would be a
Tommy
better
been
husband
crazy.
than Ghost.
All right, Ghost.
But I really think Tommy would be a better husband than Ghost.
Really?
Yes, because Ghost cheated on his wife. You ain't never seen Tommy cheat.
Girl.
Do you see the way he treated his
Tommy-
side piece?
Girl.
Tommy is really
Girl.
loyal.
Girl.
If you are loyal to him, he is loyal to you. You
Let me
gotta be
tell you
about
something.
that life. If you're not about that life, stop lying. Y'all a bunch
That's
of
true.
liars. You gotta be about that life.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll
man,
love you to death.
even Dre, like, Dre got
Man,
that
Dre
bow
don't-
leg walk.
Dre got them tendencies that people walk on Bissonnette for.
You know what?
So I'm not fooling with
Okay.
Dre. I would have been able to see through that anyway. I would have been able to see his
So
brain
anyway,
through his nose.
So see now you're talking about personalities. I'm not talking about none of that.
Because you
Think about
gotta.
look.
I'm just talking about
Because
eye
you
candy.
gotta.
I'm just
See?
talking about eye
See?
candy.
See? Mama and Monique coming up.
Sorry, none of my eye candies.
None of them.
I can eye
none of
candy
them.
you all day long, but I'm not finna cohabitate.
I mean, I even like Teresi.
Teresi.
Yeah, like I just like.
Okay, he not bad.
You like how he treated his wife?
I'm not. See, you going to you
Uh-oh.
you going too deep. Boo.
No, I'm saying he treated his wife good, other than the cheating.
I'm talking about eye candy, honey. Cause
That's
it's
the
power
thing. We
in
got-
the look.
It's really not.
It's power in the look, honey.
The look
Now the character's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not. See, That's the point. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, those deep things because then,
But you
none
gotta
of
get
them
deep
court.
sooner or later.
None of them court. So who
But the
y'all
first
think have
thing
the
is
power?
your eyes, is the attraction.
Yeah, if you
gotta
look like
see.
you a shifty person, I'm gonna be able to see it in your eyes.
So, Amari is, I keep calling him Amari, let's say Ghost, because
His
we're
name
talking
is
about
James.
the characters on
Right.
the show.
James.
Ghost
St. Patrick,
is
honey.
the main
Monique St. Patrick.
character. And, you are not Monique St. Patrick, boo. We're going to fight over that one. Nah, I'm just
I am Monique St. Patrick, honey.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing with
She
you.
not playing. She's so
No, but
serious.
who do you think has the most power, as this season ends,
Okay. My opinion, honestly, the season ain't ended yet. We on break.
Yeah, but I'm saying this season is
The
ended.
mid-season.
No, this season is ended.
It's the whole season ended.
No, this season, season 3, is ended. And it's gonna come back in January.
It's still gonna be.
That was the last.
No, it's not. It's just a break.
Okay.
It's a break. So, for me, honestly, the person I feel like have the most power on the show, y'all gonna think I'm crazy.
Who you finna say?
I'm gonna say Tommy. Because
And why?
listen, there is nothing like everybody got their friend. I'm hers too. But everybody got their friend who feel like they don't have nothing to lose. So when you are in a mind state of you don't have nothing to lose, then all bets are off. You don't. Ghost has something to lose. He got the candidacy to lose. He got the new woman that I'm not happy about to lose. And he got, just a lot to lose. Tasha got something to lose. She got her kids to lose. Tommy don't got jack to lose.
He's
But it's
already
life.
lost it.
So that's the thing. You don't, I say this all the time. You don't ever want to mess with somebody who don't have nothing to lose because they don't have nothing to lose. It's like driving on the tollway versus driving on the freeway.
So you feel like he has the most power?
I do because he don't care.
Yeah, but
He got money.
so
People respect him. And he'll take you out in broad daylight.
I understand that and I get that, but then I feel like that means that his power is gone. Like for me,
He keep the power up. He don't put a farce. He's like, this is who I am,
right?
which is identify with him because
I
like
love
to
Tommy.
be my
he
true
literally
authentic
has
self.
nobody. Like his people's
Like,
in
so
jail.
he don't care.
That's
They're
what I'm saying.
gone.
He
They
don't
killed
care.
his dad.
His mom is alive, but
His
she's
mom
on coke.
is crazy.
And
Yeah.
every woman he's ever tried to love, come on, they've all ended up turning on him.
What about Tasha killing?
That had to be done.
She had to do what she
my-
had to do.
That had to
Right.
be done. Now listen, I ain't
So,
no
but
Tasha fan.
This is my thing. I has the power.
I don't.
I'm for the woman.
I don't.
Because we are
She's
the
too
next.
emotional. She's too emotional.
She turning it,
Yeah.
and
Why
she
she
knows
power?
everything. She has the power to put every single one.
Everybody.
She going with him.
She going
got
with
her
him,
son
but
selling
she
drugs.
got some on every single one of them.
They got it
And
on her too.
she got those kids. I mean, she even turned
Really,
her
he
son,
don't-
helping her son to
Be a
dope
drug
boy.
dealer.
Okay.
Come on, listen.
So-
You can't get mad at Ghost for shaking some into her. Come
Yeah,
on, this is our kid.
So ultimately,
And-
she got the power.
Right. And
She
so
don't.
this
too weak.
thing
She
about
weak for her.
power is for me is and that's why I was asking who do you think
I
has
don't
the
think
power?
she do.
Because with the whole situation, it's so many times that we're in situations or we're in circumstances and people think that we lose our power because we're in a certain situation.
Right.
And we see Ghost go through so many things and
Well,
go
he
through things.
keep it going.
But his whole persona from day one
Was focused.
was
Right.
to
Get out the
get
game.
out the game.
Get out the game.
And get his family a
Get
better
out the
life.
game.
So why would Tasha, why would you put your
She want
kid
that.
in the game? No, what y'all
She
need to
want
do
that-
to
She want the
Tariq,
power.
she want the power, she gonna get the power.
She
She's
like-
not gonna get it because
Her
she's too
son
weak.
cutthroat, so she think, okay, let me raise him to be like Ghost.
Yeah,
Let
so
me raise my
I
son
know
to be
the
a
ins and
killer and a
outs.
drug dealer.
Of how to get you there.
Yeah,
Right.
but that's not even it. Real power is doing what I did with my son when he was trying to run with a gang because he needed protection from his family. You think I didn't run and Crip leader faces? Like, you're not doing this. I don't know how I'm still alive. That's power. Keeping your kids out of a bad situation, not teaching them how to be a
Right.
bad situation.
But you
That's
know,
why I say
sometimes
she
their
don't got the
mindset is
power.
that,
They're
to
not
get you
gonna.
there.
They're not gonna remember that. They're gonna remember the fact that my mom, which is what kids say, my mom risked her life so I wouldn't get caught up in the game.
Right, and so me personally, I don't like Tariq. I don't like his
He need
character.
He
Oh,
need
I
a
hate it when
whooping.
he's
The
bitch.
mama in me
He
be
need a
rising up.
whooping.
Yeah, I just
Right.
was like,
Slapping.
wait a minute.
Woo.
I was just like,
I will take you
You
out,
The
honey.
whole time.
I don't like that. He left the door open.
I mean, who doesn't? I like how he
Like-
got the little girl up out of there.
Well, yeah, but that was just,
He got the little girl up out of there, but now the little
I
girl,
can't do it.
the little girl gonna
That's
go to
all
the
gonna
system
turn.
anyway.
It's all gonna turn.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
And then they already killed the uncle, so
That's
now,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
She's gonna be in the
she-
system
she in there.
anyway.
Yeah.
So my thing is to answer your question, and I hear what you're saying about Tasha, but once again, you heard what I said. This is real life versus fiction. You think I wasn't scared running up in a dude's face like a big dude saying, "Why are you talking to my son? Why are you in my son's face? You are not about to put him in these streets." My son would be like, "Mom, don't do it." I'm not scared to die for my kids.
Right.
And I think that's what it is for Ghost and Tasha. Tasha so much want to be the friend. Ghost is like, no. And this is why you bump heads. I thought my mom was the meanest person in the world until I seen the method to the madness.
Right. And you understand later on in life why your parents say and do things, and you appreciate
Absolutely.
most of the things that, they have instilled and incorporated into you. So who has the power? Y'all chime in, like, share, comment, subscribe. We're going to take a quick break. It's Boss Up
Tommy.
Houston.
Team Tommy.
It's Boss Up Houston Network. Tune in to Boss Up Houston. The Naked Truth. Vibrations from the soil. The Science Christian TV show. The Gidget Lewis Show. And Boss Up Houston Network. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
We're back. It's your girl, Miss Bacon, baby. Shamir Bacon, I'm your host. And this is Boss Up Houston, the power episode. Ooh. They say it's a big rich town.
Man.
Hey.
I wish I could say I come from the poorest part, but my parents had money.
You know what? I love that intro, that song. 50 Cent
What
be
you
doing
think
his
about the
thing.
end though? When after
What end?
the rendition of it when it was
Oh,
in,
they changed it.
Yeah.
They
Oh, I
changed it. I was
loved
like,
it.
Yeah.
No, we love you Trey songs, but no, I like that other version.
Yeah, the original version. I don't like the Trey
version
song.
at the end.
they changed it.
To what? I didn't see
It
that.
sounded really like, you know what I mean? Had more feeling.
Oh yeah, I think he just added more bass or beat or something. More
It was a different
music.
singer.
It's a different singer.
Oh, I
You
love
sure?
that voice. Oh yeah.
Cause I
It
hadn't
wasn't-
heard
that wasn't
anything. It wasn't Joe.
Oh no, not at the end.
Oh, okay. I hadn't heard
After
anything
they
about
shot our
it. New.
husband. See, we share
Sister.
at times. You know.
So what did you think about that? Oh my God! Like I think that
Oh, I
was
gotta
like
give you my take.
the
I'm gonna let y'all give
epic-
you your take.
I think that was the epic build up of
I would definitely tune in again.
Yes,
You can take
that
21
was
my
like
Diamond Stars.
the epic build up of
So,
the show.
so how do you?
And then he falling in slow
should I go?
motion. It's like, oh
It's
my
like your life flashing before
Oh
you.
my God. So who shot Ghost? Shy.
I'm going to say Tariq.
Who shot Ghost?
I believe it's a new girlfriend.
I know who shot Ghost.
Who shot
I'm gonna
Ghost?
put money on it.
Who shot
It's
you?
the money.
Listen, listen. Here's the thing. Me and my coworkers, we talk about this all the time. So, and they're Latina, so you know they look at things differently. So here's the thing that had been brought to me. It was brought to my attention. Who was actually in the club and who was not? When you think about it, you know, I'm a writer, so I'm very analytical. And you see everybody walking to the club. Sax, Dre,
All of it.
Tasha, Tate with his man, just mad, and Tommy, all walking to the club. Oh, pause. Pause, go sit down. So,
he ain't gonna do that.
so, but you see Tariq walking out.
See?
So
I didn't notice that.
And when you see Ghost dying and falling backwards, if they were walking in the club, they would have shot him and he would have went
From the
face
back.
forward. No, they would have shot him and he would have went face forward. He would have been falling like this. But he was shot falling like this, meaning he had to turn around and see who was walking up on him and maybe possibly was like giving somebody a hug. Think about what I'm saying. Going back, which would bring me back to Tariq. So I really think it was Tariq who shot him.
Yeah, I believe Tariq
Just
shot him. I know
visualize
it's gonna be some twists and turns in there, and they gonna have us, you know.
It's gotta be somebody
I
he
don't
was
think he's dead.
close with and intimate with because of the way he fell. That's gonna make y'all go back and press rewind.
Yeah, that's why his facial was like.
I can't believe this happening.
Thank you.
My arms are open to receive you, and I'm falling backwards, which means I would have had to turn around and fall backwards, not walking into the club and see him standing there. You all know the blueprint.
And so this is my thing with it as well. Like, okay, Ghost,
Come on, baby.
you know that people want to kill you,
Everybody.
and your best friend Tommy, your brother,
You say
you
you
know,
leaving them behind.
he is like right there on your heels. So where's your security?
That's what I'm saying.
You know, he was in there by himself. I know, you know, he just got comfortable, I think. So I just feel like he gave his power up because he got comfortable. He got cocky. Nobody can touch me. Nobody can
Nobody
do this.
gonna stop me.
Nobody
Saying
gonna
it to
stop me.
everybody.
He just was saying it too much, and I just knew that something was gonna happen.
And
So
sometimes the closest people to you.
yeah,
That's
he
what he
kinda
said.
He
And
kind of gave his power up. So Monique, we're gonna go ahead and go into your little Moniqueisms. Give us what you got for a pork chop.
Oh, and I don't even eat pork. So listen, it's time for Moments in Monique. I hope everybody's ready. I am ready. I want to say like the second Saturday, which would be our first Saturday, I want to just give Moniqueisms because listen, I didn't even know y'all had my email, okay? Momentsandmonique@gmail.com. You're sending me your letters or whatever. I have never been a person to say that I'm a relationship expert because hello, do you? It ain't no ring on it. So listen, okay? But I have learned through trial and error. So we're gonna call this through trial and error. So I got an email
Like it.
and it said, "Dear Monique," of course this person wants to remain anonymous because everybody ain't about that life like me. They not transparent. Dear Monique, I'm gonna sum it up. I'm with this guy. We've been in a relationship for a while. I'm ready for us to move in together. But even if I just ask him to pay my car note or my phone bill, it's a problem. What can I do to fix this? First of all, I don't have a car note. I buy my cars cash. But that's the first thing I want to say. Second of all, there is a hierarchy, as I said before, with any type of relationship, even if it's with yourself, which should always be the first relationship. that you want is one with yourself. Now, when you are growing up from a young lady to a full grown woman, there's a certain way of doing things. People don't want to do this no more, especially the millennials. They don't want to go the way that it should go. The thing, I'm going to break it down to you because it still holds true. As long as you go to church and you praise the Lord, then you know what you should and should not be doing, okay? We all been casualties of war, intercourse war, but in the end of the day, it still is what it is. You have to, you become dependent when you are born into this world with your parents, and they're dependent. They can claim you on their taxes. They give money just for having you, okay? So you become dependent. To becoming independent is where we are until we become. Now, the independent is where I'm sure all three of us are at right now. You cannot become interdependent with a man that's not your husband. Okay? You can't. If you need to Google the different definitions, which you shouldn't, it should be just common sense, which is not common, then you would know. Here at this independent stage, rather, you are supposed to be finding your own way, being your own woman. Why wouldn't I? And I get this a lot. Why don't she ask him to pay for this? Or why don't she ask him to pay for that? Well, you know why? He not my husband. He don't have to.
But he asking you to.
No, he not. This is the thing. He can ask you. Yes, I said. I said, let me finish. I told her this why I was gonna do this segment. I'm gonna get her to chime in at the end. Okay?
But you gotta
let me chime in.
Listen.
Here's the thing. The reason why I don't ask a man to do these things is not because I'm a sucker or I'm stupid. It's because it's just not his responsibility. He didn't give birth to me. He didn't marry me. And just because I was stupid enough to give up my flower and give him husbandly privileges doesn't mean that he's going to give me husbandly privileges. I did that. I could have said no. Listen.
You should
She said
no.
And you should. Because you're giving up your magic before it's time. Listen, men are born. If you go back to caveman days or however you do your thing, whatever your jam is, okay? Big Bang, God, whatever. It still was some type of, and in the beginning, when men wanted what they wanted, they hunt and they go in for the kill. They hunt and they go in for the kill. So if you let a man go straight to the kill, then where is there for them to hunt? There's no intellectual or connection for them. Now listen, it's three types of guys in the world. It's a type of guy that you can say, I'm celibate. He gonna look at you crazy and say, listen, do you even know what celibate means? Google it. Stop saying you celibate. You are not going into the priesthood or the nunhood. That's what celibate means. You're giving up these privileges because you are going for a religious power move. Google it, okay? Or Siri or whatever you got going on in your life. Alexa, she'll tell you with an attitude, but she'll tell you. You are not celibate. You are abstinent. So let's stop getting that confused, okay? If you tell a man, oh, I'm abstinent till I get married, you could have just had sex last night. It is your choice.
Who has the power, honey?
This is why we're talking about this today.
Who has the power?
In the end of the day, you cannot get mad at a man that's like, okay, you abstinent. Even though we was just talking about sex last night, but you abstinent. Okay, I'm going to respect that. You might get the man to say, okay, I'm going to respect that. Then 2 weeks later, he going to call you bluff. Because that's what he do. And he's just like, he gets ghost. And you're like, where is he? We was good. We was strong. For 2 weeks, he's giving me all of my love languages. You know what I mean? Where is he? Where is he? He's gone. But he's not gone. He's just chilling. Waiting for the moment he can go in for the what?
kill.
The kill. So in the end of the day, if you like hitting them up, well, what happened to you? Where are you? I've been calling you, I've been texting you, I'm over here missing you or whatever. He's like, hey. He gonna say what he say in his way of saying it, and you're gonna say, you know what? I was talking to my best friend, the one that got 10 kids and not married and 10 baby daddies, and she told me that I should probably let this happen, because if we don't let it happen, then what if I marry you and it's the sex is not good? Listen, nowadays sex can be good with or without somebody. Okay, I've learned that it's really good most of the time by myself. With that being said, that's the fear of being alone, and then you have that
Who has the power?
Then you have that the woman has the power. The woman always has the power. So then you have that third man that's like, okay, you want to be abstinent? That's not what I want right now. Like a real man, a true man. The best man in the world is a man that tells the truth. No matter how much it hurts us, don't worry about how it's going to make us feel. Don't worry about what they're not going to get, because they don't have to worry about it. They just worried about you not being led down a path that you know that it was going to happen anyway. So, with all of that being said, I'm saying this. Be your true, authentic self. Stop trying to make a man pay your car note. You're just a boyfriend. You don't got to pay your car note if you don't want to. If he don't offer to pay it, then you can't make that a condition of the relationship. He is not your husband. He does not have to protect and provide for you. So stop it. Stop trying to put these expectations on things and then wonder why it don't work out. It don't work out because you put that. Just because I'm giving him some good love, he gonna pay my mortgage. No, he not. No, he not.
I don't think it's about.
No, he not. No, this is what she was saying. So as far as cohabitated, stop skipping the independent phase, because you end up meeting a man and you become, either he becomes codependent or you. Listen, I don't like for people to feel like I'm a burden. Okay? And again, this is dear Monique, not dear the world. Okay? So this is my opinion. You asked me, you welcome. Be you. Do what you gotta do. If it takes 2 to 3 jobs for you to do it, I'm a warrior of that. And when the right man come along, you will know. It won't be so hard. It'll be easy like Sunday morning.
I think that's the problem though, that they do skip they skip the independent phase.
Yeah, you gotta
so they
that.
Go right from
dependent
the crib, mm-hmm. or the the chicken basket, mm-hmm. where the eggs are, mm-hmm. the incubator. Mm-hmm. They go right from that to a man. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they skip that independent part, so they don't understand or don't know. Stipulations are, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. And if a man can't, exactly, and if a man can't provide for your stipulations or provide for what you want for your relationship, then you need to move around, because you're not going to be happy in that situation. So that's
last night somebody just tried to pay my car note. I told them, no, I got it, boo.
And see, that's the thing, I get offered. So
and that's
exactly
different.
I get
and
offered.
You know why? Because a man is not going to invest himself or his.
No.
So do we understand this letter?
I definitely understand it.
In the end of the day, it's hard out here for a pimp. Okay?
No, it's hard.
Talking about myself. But in the end of it all. Okay? But for the end of it all, it's about making sure that you are independent. Listen, people can come and go out of your life, even if he could still leave. But if you take the mystery,
whoa.
Even if he does marry you, he can still leave. We rewinded it. So in the end of it all, I'm just a firm believer on making my own way. That's how I was raised.
Yeah.
My father always said you got to have a job and a place to stay, or at least one. But he didn't say your place to stay needed to be on top of this man. Okay?
Woo!
As much as I wanted to cohabitate to make it easier, we know that relationships are like business.
Yeah.
When you're entering, you know, somebody could look good on paper, and you could think about how that's going to bring value to your life. But what about his life? You understand what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you're giving everything that you need to give for you to be your own true, authentic self.
Right.
And let the chips fall where they may. That's my opinion. Ain't nobody gonna change it. This is Monique with Moments in Monique.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Boss Up. My ladies have chimed in. We all have our own experiences of things, and we're not asking you to be perfect. But listen, when it's the right man, he's gonna be perfect for you anyway.
Absolutely.
You won't have to say, I need to go to the gas station and put gas on my car, because guess what? He would have already checked your gas gauge and know that you needed gas.
And washed it.
And not even threw it in your face that he put gas in your car. Okay, so if you're gonna give up your
Yeah,
flowers.
so Monique, I have to chime in again.
No problem. Also.
Okay. So I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I love, of course, you know, I'm the poster child for independent women, honey. Single ladies on in the building.
Okay.
I love the empowerment of a woman to have things. But what I need for men to understand is just because that woman is independent, just because that woman can hold her own, doesn't mean she doesn't want a man
Absolutely
to come in and be a man.
Absolutely. Yeah, listen, I done gave you the flowers. You got the bees and the pollination going on. So if you see that the trash needs to be taken out, and you know that the trash bin is way over there across the 3 parking lots, come in and take out the trash. I shouldn't have to say, can you take out my trash? Again, it's expectations. But I'm not like, oh, I'm good. I'll take out the trash. I'll do this. I'm not good.
If you ask
I'm
me,
not
yes,
good.
I'm gonna tell you no. But if you do it, I'll be like,
That's
oh, that's
sweet.
so sweet.
But that's the thing about
But then
men.
don't come next week and say, you know, I took out that trash.
Oh, no, don't please
Like,
don't
you
do
can't
that.
Because that's the
throw it in the
quickest
face.
way to be like, boop, boop.
Don't do one thing and then come back.
That'd be like us
Mm-mm.
saying, you know, I had sex with you, so why are you not marrying me? Well, it takes, statistics show it takes 1 to 2 years for a man to actually fall in love with you. Listen, they'll marry you and not be in love with you.
For all the other reasons.
You gave him the reason to see the potential in you, and again, he can marry you and not be in love. When a man is in love with a woman, there is nothing that she can do that's gonna make him leave. That's why you hear, he loved me to death.
Right. And so for me, that I guess that's my issue. It's because it's a lot of stuff that I can do, and I will do. And so if you coming in and you complaining or making it a point, it's like, dude, holla.
But you gotta be, in the end of the day, able to take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
at the end
You
of the
gotta
day,
be
I
able
can
to
do
take
it.
care of yourself.
I'm
can't
not
pass
asking.
out.
And then even if I ask you to do it or something like that, I'm not asking you because I can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. That song starts coming up. Dun 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 dun. I got the power.
Okay.
You know?
It goes back to power. In order to be able to keep, listen, I'm not saying go out here and lead men on. What I'm saying is, know your people.
Yeah.
If you know that this is the person for you, then you will already know. It's no convincing involved.
Exactly.
Convince somebody that you are the one for. I keep telling y'all this. My daddy told me this. Monique, you do not have to sell yourself to nobody.
Baby.
If they don't know who you are and what you bring to the table, then they are not the one. Even though you want them to be the one.
Yeah.
Don't get mad if you don't want to move in together.
And that transfers over into business and every other situation in your life. You have to love yourself, love what you do. You have to love you first. You have to have a relationship with yourself. You have to know within yourself who you are, what your worth is.
Yes.
Because that then transfers over into friendships,
And he gonna
Everything.
marriages.
Figure it out.
It transfers over to that. So y'all know how we do. This is the power episode of Boss Up Houston. We do this every second, third, and fourth Saturday. Y'all just heard moments with Monique and her Monique isms, baby. She gives it to you real.
I
She
know
gives
you
it
don't
to
want to
you
hear
real
it,
raw. Yes.
but it is
But
what
that's
it
the
is.
truth.
It's the
we're,
truth.
gonna, we're gonna take a quick break. Y'all stay locked, stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All right, you guys. Y'all should hear these after the show. Candid conversation, but not really. It's Boss Up Houston, and I'm your host, Shamira Bacon. And I have the bosses in the building with me. Miss Monique Lusk is in the building.
As always, doing it for you and giving it to you while I'm sexy and sophisticated. At the same time.
Yes. And Miss Sabrina Golden is in the building.
Hey, hey.
Okay.
Y'all know we give it to y'all every second, third, and fourth Saturday. Please like, share, comment, come in, chime in. Start a watch party. You know, let your people see what the bosses are doing over here in Houston. I do want to shout out to our sister station, That Hub Life in New Jersey.
Jersey.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I just feel like I need to be on Real Housewives in New Jersey. I need to get a husband first.
You know what?
And you gotta have
I
some
don't
money.
think-
You ain't gotta have no husband to be on them shows.
Well, I'm down when you do. Most of them are married.
But you know, I binge watched Real Housewives of New Jersey.
I love it.
It was cool.
I love that. I'm an East Coast girl. You hear the Jersey coming out. Not so
when
hard.
they get mad.
Girl, not so they will shake a table in a minute. Don't get it
Yes,
twisted.
we'll flip a table.
But not try to go and pull your wig off and stuff, Atlanta. Calm down.
we
Acting
still
like
want to be
animal.
cute.
Animals,
Yeah, right.
calm down.
Shout out to Atlanta. Shout out to
Hey.
our boy Ron Lawrence.
Hey, that's
we
New
are
York.
going to be on. Oh, this is a big announcement. We're gonna be on Ron's streaming. He has a streaming network as well, just like Boss Up Houston, and his is international as well. We are
International.
international.
Look, we can
honey.
brag about it, honey.
Yes.
But we don't. Y'all trying to be where we at. You don't even know where we going or where we already been. So catch up and then meet me when you done caught us. Because we really are. We could say, oh, nationwide, worldwide.
Yeah, people say that, but we really mean it.
But we really are.
And so his network is called Streamwise. So be looking out for that. That's coming up. Ron Lawrence, if you don't know who Ron Lawrence is, Google him, honey. He has done some things in the industry, and he has a name for himself. So shout out to our boy Ron.
Yay, congratulations, Ron. I told
Yes.
you that on
Yes.
Instagram on your award. but
Right, he got another
Congratulations.
award. Oh my goodness. Let me tell y'all, the people that we're connected to are doing great and major things, and I thank God for it. So, shout out to Run Atlanta. Shout out to Dallas. My aunties in Dallas. We have some
It's our favorite.
business. And I'm doing this because I'm letting you guys know that we are syndicated in all of these other states.
Cali,
Alabama,
Westside.
Cali.
You didn't know Miami.
Yes, I have.
We got Miami, we got New York, we got Atlanta, we got Jersey, and now we added now.
We've been had Cali. You know,
I didn't
All
know.
my people
Yeah.
watch.
So with that being said, can I give a shout out?
go ahead.
I want to shout out my boy, my Food Network baby. He know who he is. Y'all know who he is. He is on Worst Cooks of America again, the revamp. So y'all make sure y'all vote in for Travell.
I'm voting for Travell.
Yeah,
I
my
met
vote.
him at the Stella
The
Awards.
Stellar Awards.
And-
Well, I met him before, though. You know, we didn't he do our show before?
No, that was MC.
Oh, okay.
So he's on Food Network again. The show's coming up. I was like, where is he? He's just like ghost right now. He hit me up and he was like, I was recording. So hopefully he will win his redemption,
Yes.
even though he just lost his daughter.
We need to try to get him on the show.
We will. He'll come on.
Shout out to
We'll talk.
Travell. Yes.
Congratulations.
So
So
we're
proud
gonna
of
be rooting for him.
We're going to be we tuning in, boo. We tuning in.
Yes. So the power. We're talking about power. This is our power edition of, I was finna say the Real Housewives of Houston, even though we are, honey.
And it is power in that.
Boss of Houston. We have been talking about power, the episodes, also who has the power. We also gave you some moments and Monique. And with Moments and Monique, she was just explaining about the power in loving yourself. You know, the power in that. The power in that. So let's talk about the power of giving power or ownership to somebody else. So once you're married, because I've been married,
Taking it from there.
I am divorced.
Mhm.
I've been divorced now for listen, I ain't gonna do that.
We ain't counting.
Yeah. Sabrina has also been married, and so I want to talk about giving up your power, because you have to know what the balance is, who to give your power up to, what extent the power goes to, and this is very important for men and women in relationships, in business, in any type of communicational situation. So Sabrina, I know because we are both domestic violence survivors, and at some point to be. And I guess my question is, once you realize that you've given up your power and that you've given up that extent, how do you go to getting your power back?
That took a lot of rebuilding and self-love, knowing my worth. I lost myself. For 18 years, I lost myself. I let a man control me and tell me when and where I can't go and stuff like that. I couldn't. He's like, you can work, but then if I worked, it was, oh, you talking to so and so and so and so. Just
Girl, was he
too much.
showing up at your job?
No, he wasn't doing all that. But I'm at home. I had to deal with a whole bunch of stuff. It just gave me anxiety,
Right.
and so it wasn't until I really, you're worth more than this. You have to show your kids this is not how you're supposed to be treated. And so after that, I always used to run back. I'm like, I want my kid's father to be there, and I would run back and just go through the hell again.
Yeah.
Just repeat.
Similar experience.
Yeah.
I had a similar experience. For me though, it was more of the help. I didn't want to be a single parent. I didn't want to be the single mom. I wanted to be married. I wanted my husband to take care of my household. I wanted that,
Right.
And so I guess that's why I'm so gung-ho on being being independent and being
Exactly.
single now, it's like I did
Like,
that.
pay my bills. No, I got this.
And,
No.
you know, and it's funny because now we can laugh about it, but
Yeah.
when you're in the situation, you know, it boggles you down. It puts you in, you know, a depression.
Oh yes, I was very depressed because I was just like, you know, what am I doing with my life? I ain't got no. I haven't
Stuff
worked
look
in
like
10
it.
years. You
I
know.
mean, I don't know
I'm
why
like,
they
I done
talking like
gained all
I
this
ain't been through
weight.
it. I just wasn't married, but I'm gonna let them talk.
I'm like, I gained all that weight. You know, what am I gonna do? Nobody's gonna love me. I got 3 kids. You know, you just pile that stuff on you, and then it makes you in a depressed state. So
Right.
then once you get out of that and be like, no, I am more than, I'm worth being loved. I'm worth being cherished. You know, I'm worth my kids seeing me happy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So once you realize that, then that's when you come out that depressed state. And I vowed to myself that I would never go back there
right.
because that was a very, very dark place.
Right. And so, Monique, you know, not being married, and the reason why I did that is because we had to give up power on another level. I feel when you're married or when you marry somebody, I just feel like it's another level because
I was engaged at the time, and I did not want my kids to not grow up with at least one father.
yeah, somebody in the picture.
In the end of the day, I just felt like I finally got my power back. Like I told you, it was the Easter Sunday, and he beat me on the Easter Sunday, but that was the day that I feel like I resurrected because I fought back.
Okay.
For the first and only time, and even though he just made him fight me harder,
That's what it does.
set me up, put me in prison, bailed me out of prison. It was just always this control thing, whether you know are actually married or not. When you let somebody get into your psyche of that you will not make it without them, even if they gotta beat it into you, then it makes it even worse. We all had kids. Or back when I finally had enough, like a whole J Lo movie. Enough. I didn't train to fight and all of that in the dark, but I did take my heel off.
Kickboxing class.
I did take my heel off and try to, you know, decapitate somebody.
Right, right. Well, I mean,
I was tired.
with marriage, because for me, I was not liberated. For me, because even though I was not with this man for 6 years after, I was not liberated until that divorce was filed. Until that paperwork
was done. Until it was
no, I was
done.
done.
No, until you were legally
That's what
done.
I'm saying. Until that paperwork was completed, I still felt connected or still felt defeated.
I felt mine was completed. I said, you know, I'm going to give him 3 months. I'm going to see how he is. And when that 3 months came, I drove all the way to California. And you know, that's a really long drive. My kids were asleep. I was praying. And God said,
So Jesus, take
I'm done. You are released. And that's when I was like, okay.
Good.
I'm well with it. My soul was well with it. If God is pleased, then I'm pleased. And so when I came back, filed for divorce, I was like, I felt free. I mean, I wasn't free. He was literally out the house because I was scared, like, but when he left, that was like my most freeing moment.
Yes,
Right
that's the thing. They don't want to go. Like you gotta. I don't believe that mom would not still be trying to stalk me or haunt me to this day if I wouldn't have fought back. I didn't care about ever messed with somebody who don't got nothing to lose. I didn't feel like I had nothing to lose with my life, but I knew that neither one of us was going. One of us was going to die that night because I was not going to let him raise my son to become that kind of a monster.
Right.
that he was, because he learned it from learned behavior of watching his father and mother.
Yeah, and
Stop talking about it because it's coming out in a movie. You're welcome.
Well, again, that's why we're talking about it, because it's the power. It's the power thing, and I think that we all have, taken our power back and put empowerment into this younger generation, to let them know that that's not acceptable. That's not okay. And so, the last thing I wanted to talk about with power is us as women teaching our young women how to be women. And I say that because it's a power in being a woman. It's a power in walking in a room and people recognize you a woman.
Absolutely.
Not a side chick or not a thought or not, a Instagram, whatever you want to call it. And I've seen so many, and it disgusts me. And I feel unaccomplished sometimes when I scroll on Instagram and the role models that our girls have are booty models, or
nice.
Yeah, or Instagram models that show their behinds all the time on Instagram. Then we go to see why.
We don't even
Well, why
know
are
what
our
your face
kids
look like.
Why are kids twerking? Why are kids turning around, putting their butt in pictures? It's
We
because
don't
that's
even know what your
the
face
role
look
model.
like.
And even though there's a role model in the home or a real model, a mom that's really doing her thing, they go to this Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, the World Wide Web and social media, and they go to that, and that's what it is, And so I want to encourage every real woman to empower our young women to be women.
And please, once again, Google what that means. Because just because Ray Ray and them be coming over to the crib and you can get them to buy you a bag of weed or whatever does not make you a real one.
And I've always had this type of feeling. And again, this is me. But I do feel like this is a point of bossing up for us as women. And this is me and how I feel, my opinion.
Okay, so stop.
And but I feel like it will make a difference and make an impact. But I've always felt like that. I don't like that. Even the singers come out in onesies, unitards, unitards. I don't even like that. I mean, it's like, why? Put on something cute. You can be cute. I mean, you can be cute
unless you're not on stage. When you're on stage and you're performing, like Beyonce, she have the.
Well, I'm talking about that too. I don't care about a costume. I'm saying, why are you in a unitard? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying across the board, because we teach or we say certain things. And then, it goes into a whole nother thing with the guys. But, let's take our power back and empower and instill and uplift, encourage. That's what we do. Women, and these young women that's coming up, because this world will take them and spit them out. And I've seen it.
Which they will find out. I mean, I'm definitely a product of that.
I've
of
seen
being
it.
in the spotlight and being in music videos and in calendars and photo shoots and being around celebrities and dating celebrities. I'm watching how my world, I mean, I really can't even remember the 6 years of my life. From the excessive use of everything.
Right.
To try to forget what I was doing to myself.
Right. I love yourself, and knowing what you want, knowing your worth. So this has been another great edition, honey, of Boss Up Houston, and the bosses are in the building. We do this every second, third, and fourth Saturday. This is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
And close your legs.